Bill Cooper.
Yes.
Oh, sir, I'm glad to talk to you.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to talk about your sheeple issue, sir.
Go.
I don't know. I'm obviously an observer of human behavior. This is the issue that really just grabs me by the throat. Is that what I really believe is people aren't so much physically lazy anymore, they're mentally lazy.
Well, you're right, but it's not 100%.
They don't want to think. They'll give up their money, their time, their energy, anything that maybe they should have, or society tells them to value, they'll give that up just to let other people do their thinking for them.
That's right.
And I believe that, of course, what separates us from plants, minerals, animals, everything else is our ability to think.
No, according to science, it's our thumb.
Well, I would think there's a few neuron connections up top that would...
Well, the first time I read that thumb bit, I thought, hey...
I think we're,
something awry here.
Physical here,
Yeah.
I think chemical and everything else is very intrinsic to the human being. But, the sheeple issue, I think, is key, because nobody's going to wake up, nobody's going to realize it.
But you're wrong. If you could have been standing beside me when I started this quest of mine, you would have known that you're wrong.
Well, I wish I wasn't wrong, but I want hope. But when you're dealing with sheeple, there's not much hope.
Well, there is. You see, all through history, it's never changed. There's always the people who will think and who will act and who will do the right thing. And there's always the force that opposes them. And then there's always this huge mass of sheeple in the middle that outnumbers both sides put together, who are really the flotsam and jetsam on the tides of life. They go whichever way the tide goes. Have you ever been down to the beach and you see the stuff that washes up on the shore? When the tide goes out, some of it goes out with the tide, and some of it comes back in, and some of it just disappears and goes with the current to Japan. That's the sheeple.
Truly.
They've been that way throughout history, and they'll be that way into the future.
But I think, as history tells us, though, the sheeple are a major factor in any outcome.
Not really.
Battles.
No, they're at the mercy of the outcome.
But I think their positioning before the battle is critical.
Well, that's why the enemy has learned to use propaganda, because if they bring the
maneuvering of the sheeple of the mass.
Right.
And if you have the mass on your side, most times you win.
Yeah.
Is that not true?
No, that's not true. That is not true. But it is a great burden on the victor, because the victor usually has to feed and clothe and take care of the sheeple who washed up on the beach.
That goes with the booty that he wins as well. His objective.
Well, it depends upon all. Anyway, this is all rhetoric, but I think we've got our points across. Thank you for calling.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
74% of their diets composed of this ocean plastic. Although it may appear that the effects of the garbage patch end with marine life, it has become evident that these patches lead to detrimental effects for human life as well. While plastic does not organically degrade, it does still break down into what experts have termed microplastics. These tiny fragments of endoplastic enter our food supply through seafood and sea salt. Once in our digestive systems, they throw our hormones out of balance, and they disrupt the human. The effects of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch are extensive. However, humans can help orchestrate a change. First, we must acknowledge that our actions do have an impact on the environment, whether we think they do or not. As an individual, a family member, and a community, you possess the power to effect a change. Volunteering, you can help make a difference. However, supporting such organizations is not the only way to help. You can make an impact as an individual through recycling plastic bottles and containers. Spread awareness on the effect of waste and microplastics in our oceans by being an advocate for our oceans, our life, and our species. Change starts with you. Plastic bottles and containers created this problem, so together we can solve it. to create a future for our world, planet, and home.
I think we've got our sense of question.
Just grabs me by the throat.
The sheeple.